Welcome to Rakuten. We hope you enjoy this video presentation of Rakuten's fiscal year 2014 fourth quarter and full year consolidated financial results. First, let's take a look at our new headquarters building in Futago Tamagawa in Tokyo. Rakuten will be moving here later this year. Everyone in Rakuten is excited about this move, as the building will have a unique design with many advanced office functions just right for Rakuten and our ongoing innovation and globalization. Let's take a look at the video.
Our company has been diversifying. We changed our internal communication language from Japanese to English 4 years ago. Now we have many employees from all over the world. So it's very, very diversified. And we work extremely hard, right? And try to be as creative and as innovative as possible. And we would like to support the life of our staff as much as possible. So not only we're going to make it very, very efficient, but at the same time we're going to make it really, really enjoyable. And in my opinion, we would like to make it as healthy as possible.
Rakuten was founded in Otago by just 6 people. Our challenge is to recreate that startup atmosphere with its spontaneity, depth of communication, and speedy decision-making, but this time across the over 8,500 staff in the new office and in all Rakuten Group offices around the world. The working environment of the Crimson House concept will be introduced as a model into each office within the company. The relocation is not just about moving offices. This is about Rakuten moving on to the next stage. So let's move on to our financial results. Here are the highlights of fiscal 2014. Domestic e-commerce GMS exceeded 2 trillion yen, and shopping GMS by credit card reached 3.5 trillion yen. Operating income exceeded 100 billion yen for the first time in Rakuten's history. Our return on equity reached nearly 20%, and we are hiking the dividend per share to 4.5 yen. Total revenue for Rakuten Group reached 598.6 billion yen in fiscal 2014, a growth rate of 15.4% year-on-year. Group total operating income reached 106.4 billion yen, a growth rate of 17.9% year-on-year. Here is a table showing our GAAP revenue and operating income results broken out by operating segment. From Q1 of 2015, we plan to show non-GAAP revenue and operating income to align with disclosure of global internet companies. Non-GAAP figures will make adjustments for special items like amortization of intangible assets, stock-based compensation, and other one-off items and facilitate comparisons to historical performance. Group total non-GAAP operating income was also up 9.8% year-on-year to 117.4 billion yen. This table shows a breakdown of our non-GAAP operating income by segment. The light brown shaded area shows operating income on a non-GAAP basis. Return on equity has dramatically improved in recent years and hit nearly 20% in fiscal 2014. Our focus on returns to shareholders is reflected in our history of dividend payments. Rakuten has either maintained or raised dividends every year since our IPO in 2000, adjusted for stock splits. We are raising the dividend again for shareholders as of the end of December 2014 to 4.5 yen per share. Rakuten's global gross transaction value, including all of our global e-commerce, travel, and financial services businesses, reached 6.7 trillion yen in fiscal 2014. Let's move on to our results focusing on the fourth quarter. Here are the highlights. Operating income soared 73.1% year-on-year, and even non-GAAP operating income grew 21.1% year-on-year. Domestic e-commerce GMS grew 6.6% year-on-year despite a major headwind, the impact of strong GMS in Q4 of 2013 thanks to the Rakuten Eagles victory sale following our baseball team winning the Japan series. Meanwhile, loss is shrinking at our other internet services, and financial businesses' operating income grew 23.2% year-on-year. This table shows our Q4 revenue and operating income results on a GAAP basis. And here are our results on a non-GAAP basis. In the light brown shaded area, we highlight that non-GAAP operating income grew 21.1% year-on-year in Q4 of 2014 to 34.8 billion yen. Our Internet Finance segment led the profit growth. In our other internet services, which includes our global e-commerce, digital content, and some domestic e-commerce businesses run separately from Ichiba and travel, we have aggressively been reducing our losses from a quarterly peak of a 12.9 billion yen loss in Q4 of 2013, including one-off items, to a loss of just 1.5 billion yen in Q4 of 2014 on an EBITDA basis. The major contributor to the reduction in losses at other internet services was our ebook business, Kobo. We succeeded with strict cost control, as well as a focus on content business gross profit growth, resulting in EBITDA showing an over 2 billion yen improvement year-on-year. Other contributing factors were Waki, our video streaming business, which is also progressing after a business model change. Rakuten Marketing continues to show strong EBITDA growth, and losses are shrinking at our e-commerce businesses in the US and UK. Moving on to Internet Finance. Rakuten Card revenue reached 27 billion yen in Q4 of 2014, which was up 21.8% year-on-year. Operating income jumped 34.3% year-on-year to 5.5 billion yen. The operating income margin for Rakuten Card surpassed 20% in Q4 of 2014. Rakuten Card shopping transaction value continued rapid growth in fiscal 2014 to 3.5 trillion yen, up 35.1% year-on-year. Shopping transaction value grew 24.4% year-on-year, approaching the 1 trillion yen mark in Q4 of 2014, and shopping revolving balance as of the end of December grew to 271.5 billion yen. One of the recent milestones for Rakuten Card was its launch of a credit card service in Taiwan. In addition to Rakuten Card's launch in the United States, Rakuten aims to expand our ecosystem globally. Let's take a look at the video of the launch.
台湾楽天カードは2014年、先ほど説明がありましたけれども、4月にですね、クレジットカード会社の設立ライセンスをですね、取得しました。台湾楽天カードは発行に至るまで約4年経過しました。ですが、これは台湾金融監督管理委員会よりですね、多大なる協力を得て成し遂げた結果でございます。これからなお一層私たちはですね、このカードを台湾のナンバーワンカードとして育ててあげたいと思いますので、ご期待いただきたいと思います。
Moving on to Rakuten Bank. Revenue reached 13.7 billion yen in Q4 of 2014, which was up 19.6% year-on-year. Operating income soared 40.6% year-on-year to 3 billion yen. Rakuten Bank's core net business profit jumped 80.7% year-on-year. Super loan receivables as of the end of December 2014 grew 23.5% year-on-year to 293.3 billion yen. And Rakuten Bank deposits became 1.2 trillion yen as of the end of December 2014. Rakuten Securities revenue grew 17.9% year-on-year to 12.5 billion yen in Q4 of 2014, despite a volatile equity market. Operating income grew 7.2% year-on-year to 5.8 billion yen. Investment trusts are proving to be a growing and stable contributor to Rakuten Securities, reaching a balance of 497 billion yen. Stock brokerage trading value continued its solid performance despite volatile equity markets. Forex trading value more than doubled year-on-year in Q4 of 2014 to 109 trillion yen. Rakuten Life Insurance is making a steady contribution with non-GAAP operating income around 1.9 billion yen annually in 2013 and 2014. Life insurance policies grew 33.9% year-on-year, and annualized insurance premiums were up 20.7% year-on-year. So let's look more closely at our domestic internet services. Domestic e-commerce GMS in fiscal 2014 grew a healthy 13.7% year-on-year to just over 2 trillion yen. Excluding the impact of the Victory Sale, it was up 17.2% year-on-year, which is in line with a two-year compound average growth rate of 16.7%. This shows we are maintaining sustainable growth momentum. Domestic e-commerce GMS in Q4 of 2014 grew 6.6% year-on-year to 558 billion yen. Excluding the Victory Sale impact, our GMS grew 14% year-on-year, which is in line with our two-year compound average growth rate of 14.5%. Ichiba revenue hit 41 billion yen in Q4 of 2014, which was up 3.6% year-on-year. Two-year compound average growth rate was 13.3%. Ichiba operating income grew 3.1% year-on-year to 21.8 billion yen, with a two-year compound average growth rate of 8.6%. These were solid numbers, despite the major headwind mentioned previously, the impact of strong GMS in Q4 of 2013 thanks to the Rakuten Eagles Victory Sale following our baseball team winning the Japan Series. Ichiba's operating income margin, excluding first-party sales, has remained steady in recent quarters and stood at 55.9% in Q4 of 2014. Our unique quarterly active buyers continue to grow in Q4 of 2014 to 15.8 million. Rakuten is at the forefront of mobile technologies, and in Q4 of 2014, 44% of Ichiba's GMS came from mobile devices. This is one of the highest mobile ratios amongst global e-commerce companies. Our strength in mobile, big data analysis, and merchant relationships should help us to accelerate our growth rates in e-commerce. The proportion of merchants signing up for our mega and standard plans, where there is higher than average GMS per merchant, continues to grow. We have e-commerce consultants, which have strong relationships with merchants, dedicated to guiding our merchants towards sustained growth. This is reflected in domestic e-commerce GMS per Ichiba merchant, growing by double digits year-on-year in 2014 to hit 48.1 million yen per merchant. At Rakuten, we continue to focus on enhancing the quality of our shopping mall so that trustworthy merchants can be rewarded and buyers have a better and safer shopping environment. We have been more stringent at examining our merchants after application, with our non-approval ratio doubling to 12.4% in 2014 over 2013. And we have tightened our policy on terminating the contracts of merchants where we find fake goods or other illegal items being sold. Rakuten Super Deal is a new style of campaign we introduced in Q4 of 2014, a huge point-back reward for branded goods, which was extremely popular with our members and merchants alike. We also launched Rakuma, a mobile dedicated C2C service. At Rakuten Travel, gross booking transaction value was up 9.3% year-on-year to 154 billion yen. Revenue hit 9.5 billion yen in Q4 of 2014, which was up 7.9% year-on-year. Operating income grew 15.6% year-on-year to 4.1 billion yen. Rakuten Travel has been making it easier for overseas visitors traveling to Japan to make reservations on sites in their own language, and we plan to add more languages in the future. Let's look at our overseas e-commerce. In Q4 of 2014, overseas marketplace GMS, excluding Play.com, which is in a transition period, was up 20.5% year-on-year. In October 2014, Rakuten acquired Ebates, which offers the largest independent shopping loyalty program in the United States. Ebates has continued to achieve extremely high GMS growth rates in recent years. GMS jumped 51.3% year-on-year in Q4 of 2014. Ebates is making a significant contribution to our total overseas e-commerce GMS growth rates. Over the last holiday season, Ebates ran a television commercial which was ranked number 2 by Ace Metrics in its top-performing Holiday TV Ad Awards, and the ad ranked number 1 amongst websites. Let's take a look at the TV commercial.
I get paid to do all of my Christmas shopping as long as I go through Ebates.
I love to send gifts to my friends across the country, and so it's nice to get a little percentage of the gift that I send to them back for myself. Ebates is a website with thousands of stores that I shop through, and they pay me to shop.
I can get anything and everything.
From clothing to computers, travel and toys. Shop through Ebates this holiday season and earn up to 50% cash back. Join free now and get a $10 bonus.
Rakuten Marketing continues to see strong growth, with revenue up 39.3% year-on-year to $42 million and EBITDA up 20.1% year-on-year to $18 million. Rakuten Linkshare won the prestigious 2015 Blue Book Award again, ranking as the #1 affiliate network for 4 consecutive years. Let's move on to our digital contents business. Kobo's management has been guiding an ongoing loss shrinkage. Good sales of the Aura H2O on the one hand, with over a 60% year-on-year reduction of overall device inventories, steady growth in content gross profit, and continued growth of Kobo Writing Life. Kobo's content gross profit growth was up 29.2% year-on-year in fiscal 2014. Registered users hit nearly 23 million, up 24.9% year-on-year. At Viki, monthly active users jumped up 39.6% year-on-year to more than 39 million monthly active users. And a new number we would like to present from now for Viki, watch time, hit 2.4 billion minutes in Q4 of 2014. This will be a major KPI for Viki going forward, as it shows the extent of the highly engaged user base and the outstanding monetization potential for advertising and other revenue sources. Finally, let's look at our Others segment. Rakuten acquired Viber in March 2014. Viber's user base has grown rapidly in its short history, and monthly active users hit 236 million in January 2015. User engagement continues to grow. Viber unique IDs has also jumped up to 516 million. Viber does not have to rely on a particular region or country for its growth. It has achieved well-balanced growth on a global scale, growing especially rapidly in emerging markets. In addition, Viber continues to be ranked #1 amongst global messaging apps by users on App Annie. Viber continues to launch exciting new products and services. Games were launched on a trial basis in 5 countries last December. And public chats were launched last November, allowing Viber users to view private chats of celebrities and famous groups. We are very excited about Viber's future prospects and expect more innovative services to be launched in the future. That concludes this video presentation of Rakuten's fiscal year and fourth quarter 2014 consolidated financial results. We do appreciate your interest in Rakuten.